Hey, Cailen Ascher here, the founder of Calm Biz, and I've been hearing from a lot of you out there in the Calm Biz community that you're definitely in a place where you recognize the need to have a website to create online products and online offerings so that you have a virtual component to your business that can bring in money 24/7, even if you're not actively working it, if you want to be in person in the yoga studio teaching. But as you know, just recognizing the need to have a website and online offerings is different than actually making it happen. And the idea of building a website or rebuilding your website, if it kind of looks and functions like it was created in 1995 and it's just time for an update, that clarity about it is different than actually taking action to make it happen. And it can seem like a really big, overwhelming task. Trust me, I'm in the middle of this right now. I am in the process of rebranding Calm Biz and my brand and giving it a new look and a fresh feel and some awesome new content for you guys. But it's a big deal. And because it can seem like such a big deal, we can put it on hold and push it off and not want to think about it. So today I am sharing with you some of my personal favorite design tools to help you build or rebrand your website with style and class and for very little money, because as I know, you probably don't want to pump in thousands and thousands of dollars into your website because you're trying to build the website to make money, right? So we're kind of doing the chicken and the egg thing there. But I have some great resources that I personally used, and I'm pretty good on the computer. I am not super tech savvy. I have no formal graphic design training. I don't know how to write code, none of that. But I have been able to use these tools to build my website and my online courses and lots of other awesome things that I have made for you guys. So we'll get right into it. We'll move through these tools and hopefully they can help you to remake your website or build a website if you're at that stage in the game. So the first thing I highly recommend is getting yourself a WordPress.org site. Now the .org is different than the .com. The WordPress.com sites have less functionality. It's more for blog writing. If you want to create a website, the platform you want to look at is .org. And if you need that explained in more detail, I am sure you have a friend or two or some mentor out there who can give you a little bit more insight into the difference and why you want that .org site. Now, from there, once you have your WordPress.org site, that obviously you can put under any URL. You can have, I have CailenAscher.com, I have CalmBiz.com, any of those can be linked up with that .org site. The next thing you want to do is layer in a theme or a plugin. Now, I know that might sound like crazy technical jargon, but basically a theme is just the overall look of your site. It's kind of a template in which you build your site. So WordPress.org is a blank slate. You need a theme to give you functionality so you can actually build your website. And one of the ones I really recommend that I use that I think is pretty easy, especially for those people who aren't really comfortable with code writing, which who is, it's called Optimize Press. And it lets you create drag and drop pages so you can see the live page as you're building it. You can drag in a text box and drag in a picture or drag in a video. And it makes it really easy to build your website because you can see it as it's being built instead of writing all that code on the back end and then hoping that it turns out all right. So we've got Optimize Press and WordPress.org. Now another thing that I use is a mail management system. I personally use Mailchimp. There's also Aweber and Constant Contact and lots of different services. I like Mailchimp. It functions well for me. I know people have their preferences, but basically you want something that is managing your email list. And this gives you a number of benefits because if you just have a Gmail account, there's no way to see how engaged your readers are. You can send out an email and you just wonder if people are opening it, if they're reading it, if they're clicking through. Mailchimp or any of these sites will give you all those stats. So you have some data about what newsletter or what blog post that you sent out is the most popular and what people are interested in the new program you're offering, because you can see how many people literally clicked on the link you put in your email to your new offering or training or whatever you have going on. So it gives you a lot more data. and management systems like autoresponders. So if someone signs up for a list, it can create this engaged interaction with you without you having to do anything, because they're going to be getting these automatic emails from Mailchimp that'll move them through the process of getting to know you better, which is really cool. Some other things to mention. Google Docs. I use Google Docs all the time. I use them to create slideshows, like PowerPoint slideshows for my videos. I use them to create ebooks and online surveys and quizzes and all kinds of cool stuff for you guys. Plus, there's so many fonts available and so many colors. You can really make them look fun and like you and your yoga brand, which is something you want to remember and communicate through everything you do, that it has the feel and essence of working with you in person, even when it's online. Something else to look at is a new site I'm having a lot of fun with. It's Canva. That's Canva.com. Some templates you have to pay for, other ones are free. And if you've seen on Facebook, in your news feed or on people's Facebook pages, really beautiful pictures that maybe have a couple lines of text or a quote or something that just looks really attractive and graphic-y, and you're wondering, how did they do this? Who made this for them? In all likelihood, they are using Canva, because they have some beautiful templates you can work with, or you can input your own photos and your own graphics, but it really gives you a great jumping off place, and it's pretty easy to use, and you can create really professional looking graphics and things for Twitter and Facebook and your cover photo and your cover header on Facebook page. It gives you lots and lots of options. So I recommend getting over there, checking out Canva. It's lots of fun. Another one that I haven't used quite as much, but I hear people talk about a lot, is Picmonkey. Again, another one that gives you editing options for photos and graphics and text layering, so you can create really nice images. And the last thing I want to recommend for all of you out there who have an online component to your business is to get a PayPal account. It makes money transactions so much easier. And even once you take it to the business end of things, they do take a small percentage fee, but the simplicity that it offers your students and your potential students and the people that want to work with you, it pays off tenfold, because it's going to be so much more difficult to convince people to mail you a check or have some kind of monetary exchange in person, when you can just send them a link or an invoice via PayPal where it shows up in their inbox. They can play with their credit card or their debit card online. Everything's safe and secure. It gives them peace of mind and makes that transaction so much more likely to happen. So, quick rundown of what we covered. WordPress.org, Optimize Press, Mailchimp or some other management service for your email list, Google Docs, and the whole Google Drive suite is really, really fun. If you haven't started playing with it, it's a lot. It can be a little overwhelming at first. It's a lot to take in, but once you get working through it, it's really cool, because you can access it from any computer, because it's all hosted online, and you can easily share documents with friends and collaborators so that you can get live feedback as you're working on things. Check out Canva. If that doesn't do it for you, hop on over to Picmonkey, see if that's a better fit. And lastly, get yourself a PayPal account so you can start collecting the money that you are on your way to earning. So I hope that these tools are helpful. And as always, for more business and marketing advice just for yoga teachers in the yoga community, head on over to calmbiz.com, and I will see you there.